Hi everyone, how you doing? This is just another video that I wanted to make to try and discuss some practical things that can be done to assist you and assist people who have gambling addictions and problem gamblers. Now, many people will have tried a lot of things and failed. I'm not an expert or anything like that. I'm just going to discuss a little bit about some of the things that helped me. One of the things that can help in that initial phase is if you're an online gambler in particular, is putting software on your computer which blocks access to gambling sites. Because I mean, there's the whole thing about self-exclusion. You can self-exclude yourself from one site, but what happens if you open another site and another site and you exclude? The thing is, you can go around a multitude of sites. There's hundreds of sites. So if you just self-exclude yourself from one site, that's leaving the doorway open to go back to another site. And I know that from experience. I must have self-excluded from hundreds of sites, but I would open other accounts with other sites as well, which, I mean, that's it. With the determination was there. When I self-excluded from one site, I would say to myself, right, that's it, I'm okay. But then I would find myself opening up multiple accounts, and then I would exclude myself from that site, and then I would move on to another one and another one, and that's how it went for me. So there is some software out there that you can put on your computer and put on your phone. You pay for a license, and it's not that expensive when considering how much we gamble. It's a flash in the pan, but I can guarantee if it's say 20 quid or something like that, you'll consider it a lot of money. Yet you've just blown, what, 500 quid, £1,000, maybe more, on online gambling. Yet think that 20 quid for paying for a tool to prevent you from doing it would be a lot of money. I mean, this is the craziness of the thinking. But you can download and purchase for mobile phones, tablets, laptops, desktops, all that kind of stuff, to really help you in that first initial phase to prevent yourself from going back to gambling. Because I mean, this is the thing. A lot of gambling addicts and a lot of compulsive gamblers try all sorts of means to be able to do it, yet aren't able to do it, aren't able to not put that first bet on. So this is a tool which is helpful to a lot of people. Now there's also a scheme where you can bar yourself from all online gambling sites in the UK, which is, I think it's for 5 years, or you can do it. You can actually do it permanently. It goes onto a central database where you will not be able to gamble on anything. Even you'll even not be able to do fantasy football, things like that. Anything to do with gambling sites, you'll not be allowed to do it. So that's another thing that you can search online for, and that's free. So if you place that software on your computers and on your connected internet devices, and do the self-exclusion thing, that's a good first step in action. Because it needs action. I mean, you can't just sit and think, right, I'm not going to do it again, because I mean, we know from experience that just, with all the good intentions and with all the will in the world and with all the real horrific consequences that we go through as gambling addicts, we know from experience that just doesn't cut the mustard. It doesn't stop us. So these are some of the tools which are available, which initially can help us. But the issue is we need a complete transformation of our thinking, a complete change in our mental outlook to be able to overcome this. Because I mean, we become so immersed in ourselves and stuff like that, that to be really free of it, we need a complete change in our thinking. And I know from experience that the thing that works for me is I actually do that. I exclude myself from all gambling sites, and that's helped me a tremendous amount. And I mean, these are some of the things which we can do, because left to our own devices, we just can't do it. A certain point, when we hit a certain point, we just lose the power to choose whether we don't do it. And we become powerless to stop ourselves. So that's just a quick tip on what we can do. Now, as well as that, if you're I don't really have much experience of betting in the bookies or anything like that. So I mean, if that is your problem, I mean, you could probably see about self-exclusion from the local bookmakers in all of the towns all of the bookmakers in the town or city that you live. That would be a start as well. But the thing is to put as many barriers in place as possible. Now, some people say that just give somebody control of your money, but if you don't live with anybody, if you live on your own, and you've lost contact with friends and family through gambling addiction, that one won't work. And I know that from experience. Nobody was there to be able to manage my finances for me. I had to deal with money, and when I was coming into recovery, I had to deal with finances. So putting the steps in place about the software in place to stop you online gambling, the self-exclusion schemes, this, that, and the other. Using those tools is a good first step as we take that action into finally recovering from gambling addiction. So I'll leave this here. I'm looking forward tonight. Newcastle's playing Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, so I'm going to be glued to that before I go to work tonight. But seriously, we can recover. We can have a life that we enjoy. We can develop a real sense of appreciation and gratitude and excitement about life again. It mightn't feel like that at the moment, but really it's just taking one step at a time. And a big step is really learning what you're dealing with, which I've discussed in previous videos. Learning about the nature of what's wrong with us, and then putting in a program of action which will see us finally set free. So I'll leave it there. And if this is of any use to you, or you know that any of anybody who is suffering from addiction, please share the videos, because this is the reason I'm doing it. I was addicted to gambling for many years. Experienced a whole host of horrors as a result. I completely lost control of my mind, lost control of my life, and went down that rabbit hole, and never in a million years thought I was going to get out. So my motivation for doing these videos is to try and pass on a little bit of my experience to hopefully enable somebody to really find that freedom that they're desperately looking for. So anyway, take care, stay safe, and I'll be back soon. Take care now. Bye.